Poseidon Adventure. I tell you, it was a hard one. First of all, it was all very well at the beginning, and getting all this thing and doing all this, making characters and stuff like that, and going along, and we were having a gay time on New Year's Eve, and here we go, and suddenly we're, bam, turned over. And what do you do? It got rough. It got to the point where we had to take a shower just before walking into the set, because you had to be wet. And it wasn't the nicest of things. It was almost a wonderful way to finish a day, to come out and smell the smog out there in the Los Angeles area, because you're smelling smog all day long out there in the middle of that set. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world by any means, and of course, we used to get on each other's nerves. I'm sure somehow or other we did. But Shelley was playing cards with a most wonderful actor, and I can't remember their names now, unfortunately. But and so she lost about $260,000 to this man, but
that was part of the
whom
script.
She never paid. No.
It was for real.
Off the set,
And Shelley Winters, we're talking.
Shelley Winters. Yeah. But we all had our laughs, and we used to make the best of it. And we had a wonderful director. I can't remember his name either, but a wonderful British director. And this picture almost didn't become made for the simple reason that there was a new man came in at the 20th Century Fox. And our producer, Irwin Allen, had gone to pay his respects to this new man at the helm of 20th Century Fox. And he said, and I have $2 million, and we're all set, and we got all our things ready to go. And the fellow looked there and said, no, we're not going to make the film. No, we're not going to, no, we don't need that. We're going to start something else altogether. And Irwin said, but sir, he said, I got all my money tied up in it. And, oh, no, that's okay. But no, we're not going to make it. So Irwin went back to his office, and he's crying. And the director said, well, what are you crying about? And they told him. He said, tell me, do you have any whiskey? Yes, we got whiskey. What do you want whiskey for at a time like that? He said, let's have a belt. We'll go back and talk to him. We had a belt. They went back and talked to him. Finally, this fellow said, all right, he said, you put $6 million on my table here tomorrow morning, or we'll make the film. Well, Irwin Allen called two people. And he said, okay, go ahead and make the film. Now, we finished the film. And one day we're over at Chasen's. We're having a big party. And he's there, this producer's there, and the head of the 20th Century Fox. Everybody's there. And Tova, my wife, speaks up and said, I've been watching this picture, and it's going to make well over $200 million. Everybody blanched. Especially the poor producer who had only taken local,
the lowest salary.
Yeah, that's it. And it let everything else go. And sure enough, it became one of the highest makers of money you ever saw in your life. And that was the funny part of it. And really, it was wonderful. And they sent us out on a trip, Tova and I. They sent us to Europe to talk about the film. We went everywhere, Spain and Norway and England, and we just blasted it all over the place, And it was marvelous. Just, everybody took it to their heart. And I've often spoken about the Poseidon Adventure on ships. They invite me to go aboard, and talk about my pictures and everything else. And one of them, naturally, is Poseidon Adventure. And people say, do we actually have to show this picture while we're on this? It became that good,